Tēnā tātou e te whānau. Ko te Umuariki mai ahau e mihi ana ki a koutou katoa. Kia ora everyone, hope you are all well. Where do I start? Hutia te rito o te harakeke. Kei hea te kōmako e ko. Kiimai ki a hau. He aha te mea nui o te ao. Māku e ki atu. He tangata, he tangata, he tangata. I think it literally says pull out the centre of the flax bush, but it infers if you were to pull out the centre of the flax bush, where would the bellbird sing? Te kōmako e ko. Where will it call from? Okay, the next part of it was kiimai ki a hau. Kiimai ki a hau. I say to myself, or I think to myself, it's a metaphor. He aha te mea nui o te ao. What's important in the world? What's important? Māku e ki atu, and I'll tell you, as it says, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. Tis people, tis people, tis people. These wonderful narratives and metaphors and whakatauki, whakatauaki, a kuima a koroma, are left for us to ponder and think, what do they mean at times like these, or at any time actually. Oh well, my own version of it is this. You might not like it, but this is what I think it is. If we fail to look after that flax bush, that future of that flax bush, where will the bellbirds sing? If we fail to look after not only that flax bush, all of the planet, all of the ozone, all of the fishes in the deep blue sea, everything, and even me, my own family, myself, me, or even the core central values of health and well-being and goodness, where will we all be? Here's the consequence. I ask myself the question, what's important? Tis people, tis people. The consequence is, if we don't cherish and look after all these things, mankind will perish. So on that note, my kaupapa at the moment, or my whakaaro, is Tiakina te pā. Comes from the word tiaki, like kaitiaki, and we all become custodians of our different things and our different ministries, and one of them to look after ourselves, our family, and the planet, and nature, and the environment, papa. So yeah, so that's my whakaaro there. Tiaki, tiakina te pā. But this pā I'm referring to is all of them. Which one? Oh, te pā tu wata. Back in the days, our palisade, we're in the pā there, within our own pā, which is actually a family unit, and all the whānau in there, and dara pā. And while we're at it, outside that pā is the pā, te Pā Harakeke, the Pā Harakeke, and here's us in our pā, within that pā, but this is a habitat, and in there, the one we're referring to, that's a habitat with the birds and the bees and nature, and the central flower taking the nectar to those birds and the bees. Anyway, just a kōrero, he whakaaro. Isn't it great to note, you know, and then you watch that flower grow, and it has its life cycle, and then it eventually passes, it doesn't take long, its cycle, and then it goes back to Papa Tuanuku. And here we are in this pā. We're in this pā, this community. Today we call them communities, and that's our Pā Harakeke. Our wider, our own family is a Pā Harakeke, is a pā, and then we're part of a community. Just like that habitat, we're in our habitat and our communities, our homes and our communities. And that's a pā as well, but we'll call it a community today. Okay. And then when we have our cycle of life too, and we pass, we go to the next pā. We go to the uru pā. And that uru pā is referring to Toia mai te waka, ki te urunga, te waka, ki te moenga, te waka, ki te takoto rangai takoto ai te waka. And I'm going, how? I can see it now. You got this pā, the Pā Harakeke, you got this pā looking after all our whānaus in there, and this pā in this community, and then when we finish our life cycle we go to the uru pā, and the urunga, and that's the resting place. And so that's the pā where we rest. We rest there with Papa Tuanuku. So just a little kōrero, Tiakina te pā. Kiss, we're not allowed to kiss, so kiss, keep it simple, do the things we can do. My thing, I saw a kōrero from one of our kaumātua just recently, just about a tangi that we have on at the moment, that I haven't made it to yet, but I'll get there. And his kōrero was kaua e hungi, kaua e hariru. And the hariru is the, I think it's a translate for how do you do? How do you do? Yeah, the hariru, so kaua. So we refrain from doing that, and because it's to respect each other's safety and health and well-being. And I saw another story, you know, just think that you have it. It's not so much you might catch it. Imagine if you had it and inadvertently and accidentally passed it to a whole family, a whole pā and children and everything. So just a whakaaro. Anyway, on that note, I say, what did one statue say to the other statue? And I know you know this one. The statue, bro. They say, yeah. I say, okay, in the Māori statues, what did one teko say to the other teko? TÄNÄ koe. And it's the same, it means that's you there, bro. Or sis, or auntie, or nanny. And we would normally seal the deal with a handshake, with a hariru, and a hungi. And we can't share that hungi, that breath at the moment. But what I love about what the kaumātua wrote was, when we do our whai kōrero, you say, kawia mai ngā roimata, me te hupe, marunga i te marae, a me ngā kupu. And what it's saying is, let your hupe, let your mucus, let your tears do the kōrero. And so on that note, I just want to mihi atu to the whānau, to those of us that are going through bereavements at the moment. There's other things happening too. We're quite sensitive. Our wairua, we're quite vulnerable, like anyone is, and no one's exempt. Even when I went to Pack and Save, I'm looking around and even the bananas started talking to me. And that's true, but it was me talking to myself going, they might have the virus. So it's amazing what happens, and we become quite susceptible and we could be afflicted by things. So in that thing with the wairua, if wairua is about spirituality, I'm thinking about a person's positivity and to keep our spirits joyful and happy, so we don't become, you know, wanga too much anxiety and depression at times like this. I'll be honest, I woke up this morning and I'm having worrying thoughts about something that normally I feel quite comfortable with. So kia kaha to Tiakina te pā, look after our own health, my own health here. Instead of going around telling my kids what to do, I'm trying to maintain my health here. Yeah, I could do better with my food options and my exercise, and that's what I got to focus on. These three fingers, not telling someone else, and so I don't become a liability to my whānau. Anyway, if I do that, hopefully my children will see me being positive and do that, and hopefully that'll flow onto them and their children, which are my mokopuna, and they carry our you know, our moko, our genetic thing down to our whānau. So that's it. And so with that, because we can't have the handshake and everyone's got different things, I saw another one today from our bro, our bro Malcolm there from the from around here at the whare, using this kia ora, and we got kia ora, that's sign language, kia ora, sign language, and you know, kia ora, he Māori ahau, and different things. And anyway, this is my one, because I can't shake your hand, I can't hungi, but I want to add something to it so it feels special. And it's this, and it's not so much, and that's namaste, so namaste is namaste, but my thing was always like this, like, oh, Dad, you want to have a karakia? So this is my one now. This is my inoi to you fellas. TÄNÄ koe. Is that you, bro? TÄNÄ koe, koro. TÄNÄ koe, kui. And use the name. Don't be shy to use the name, because mā te reo and mā te hupe, mā ngā roimata, te Māori o te Māori. And in there is the life essence of what you mean. And I see you in yours, as you see me in mine. TÄNÄ koe. And if you want to add to that special feeling, add the name. TÄNÄ koe te awe. TÄNÄ koe hene te ihorangi. And take the time to pronounce their name, and there's a lot of respect in that. TÄNÄ koe, whoever it is, hene aira. He TÄNÄ koe, ngā pera. And add that, and it's all about the intent and the intonation and the pronunciation of the reo, and you'll see it will nourish you. Anyway, that's probably about enough for now, too much. Keep well. Just wanted to share the reo, not harp on, but just share some simple analogies from our old people, and I'll take that big one, put it in a little one. Tiakina te pā, take care of yourself, and you take care of the whānau. This pā here took the miere to the central flower, to the birds and the bees, and the mums, you're the kōrari, you're the central flower of your Pā Harakeke, and you take all that nourishment and all that love to your children. And our job as te uretane, we're the kakao of the flax bush, and our job is to protect our families and to protect the health and well-being of our whānau, our progeny, our whakapapa, and to do what we can to protect our Pā Harakeke. Anyway, it was supposed to be a short one, but yeah, keep it short. Kiss, arohanui ki a tātou. Hutia te rito, hutia te rito o te harakeke. Kei hea te ko mā ko e ko, Kiimai ki a hau. He aha te mea nui, he aha te mea nui o te ao. Māku e ki atu, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata e. Nō reira whānau, unlike this video, kiss, keep it short. Just do up some little small things that we can do in our homes and communities, even with oneself. As the old people say, consolidate what we've got and go after what we want. So yeah, who bought all the toilet paper? I went down to get some. What's going on? Anyway, take care, much love, and aroha to everyone. Arohamai, I send forth love. Tihei, mauri ora. Or as my mate says in Ngāpui, tihei, wā mauri ora. And just on that I said, bro, what's that about? Anyway, he told me, and this is what I think, oh, cool, I finally get that. This is my own little bit on it. So you got this tamatane, tamahine, so you got a boy and a girl, and then, okay, then you got your journey, and the girl, she grows, and he kōtero, and then he kōhine, tamahine, tuahine, and after a period of time, she becomes a wāhine. And I'm thinking, oh, yep, cool. And so now I get it when we say, same thing for me, and then one day when you stand and you have the right now, not as a baby, tihei, but now you've done that duration in that time, a period of time, tihei, wā, mauri ora. Anyway, for what it's worth, take care, arohanui, keep up the good work, see you around like a toilet roll.